and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transports. As a Kleinbahn D120 hauled Lokalbahn, local train, trundles by, the city of Brunel awakes to a quiet and peaceful day, even if there seems to have been, the trazione avant has shunted the ambulance, which has shunted the Trabant. Oh my, I wonder what happened there. The traffic is going from bad to worse in this town. The local authorities have actually had to introduce some public transports as an emergency measure, even before the official presentation, because things went out of hand when they had to immediately put in place another emergency measure to make the level crossing, which has not yet been completed. So I wouldn't like to cross those lines. Okay, so let's pretend that it's actually complete. So anyway, back to our story. This Volkswagen Beetle shouldn't be there. The driving skills around here are going from bad to worse. I don't know. Somebody just dumped a tractor unit here. Where's the local police? No idea. They haven't come out. Okay, and there's the station with the offices upstairs. We're going to see some action there as well. And what was I wanting to tell you? So the next days I'm going to be working on the level crossing to complete it. In the meantime, I got some more white poster paint, or tempera paint. In Italian we call this colore tempera, and it's also called tempera paint or poster paint in English, and it's written in French. This is very, very good. To make cement grey, you need more white with a touch of black in, because once you put the black in, it gets and by putting white with a touch of black, we can actually obtain this sort of shade here. You can see that there are different shades, and that's relatively realistic, because that can depict areas that have been resurfaced. You know, roads are never perfect. I like to just paint my roads with poster paint or tempera paint, because it gives the right kind of rough texture of a road. That's nice. This card here, I could have even left a card. I had a darker card as well I could have used, but this is a bit too light and it looks too much like paper, so we'll actually get it. Well, I'm going to give it a lighter coat of grey here, and then make the same shade over there, and I'll try and make a slightly contrasting colour for the curbs, because the curbs are made in a different material. It's not tar, asphalt, this will be concrete. So concrete and things, so I'll make it a slightly different shade so that we can have a contrast. You know, the curbs and the curbs very often are even made of stone, so I'll try and make it as realistic as possible with different shades of grey so that we can have a realistic effect. So that's one job that is going to be completed. In the meantime, let's move along to the other end of the railway line. I'm just wheeling myself along on the chair, it's easier. So at the moment the sidings are not even connected, because I'm just using them for keeping locomotives in storage. In fact, there are too many locomotives on the line, because I've been filming and just putting things here, and I've not got much space. Here beside me I have a lasagna pan full of carriages. I asked my wife for this, and she said, "What are you making? Model railway in the oven?" You're making a recipe. Anyway, and I was also very busy these days with the preparations of my parents' golden wedding, which is today. We're going out for a very nice meal. It's going to be at the restaurant at 12:30. I've got all my relatives down over from Scotland, Austria, Switzerland, etc., etc. So it's going to be it's an international affair. English is a lingua franca anyway, and so that's quite a lot of work to organise such a thing. And I've even organised classic bus events in the past, and it was something similar, something akin to organising such a thing. I don't do active bus preservation anymore. I'm still an enthusiast, and actually there will be some action because we're going to be reviving activities with new young people here in Veneto. But we'll talk about that in another video. Mentioning the train, which is a bit dusty, it's been lying around. I'll have to give everything a dust with one of my soft paint brushes. This is, for anybody who's new to the channel, that's the Kleinbahn D120 that I refurbished, and I also rebuilt the missing spark arrestor on the chimney using styrene. You can look that up. There's a slight drop in voltage here because these points, if you look carefully, they tend to get dirty. There's always tends to be an dirt always sticks here, so I'm going to have to clean the points with some lighter fluid. And you notice when there's always a sort of slowdown here. What I'm planning to do once I lift the board, you can see that I have connections on that rail there, and then I've got them over here as well, so that I can operate the railway from either end. What I'm planning to do is to feed two wires under the board, so that there's always electricity, the same polarities from both ends, so that I will try and avoid the voltage drop here, and because of course the controller is also feeding this siding here and all the station sidings. Instead, as you know, the sidings are on a different controller, so there's Y here. No? Okay, so the D120 is hauling this mostly Kleinbahn stock, before Vienna Lokalbahn carriages, and two Deutsche Reichsbahn coaches at the end by Pico. These are very nice. And we're trundling along at 50% speed. And we'll do another lap and pull up in the station. Mabuchi motor is fantastic, very silent and with a great torque. There we are. So look out for the upcoming videos. This week we're going to be working on the street markings. There's going to be a lot of I'm trying to get this layout finished, or as finished as possible. At least all the town, to finish the town, finish the level crossing, and that way I'll only, once I take everything up, I'll actually work on the wiring under the boards, and we'll have completed at least the main layout. Then what I'm planning to do, I'm going to be adding, you were mentioning in the comments, I'm going to be adding some bracing as well to make it a bit less flexible. But I won't be going to the far end. I'll be putting some transverse bracing underneath. I'll be reinforcing the frame under here. Okay, that's that for the moment. Cheerio, and see you next time from Brunel.